that he needs to put his other hand to support it. Once the child has finished working with it, do we leave the material like this? First time the directress will help the child, and later on the child will work on his own. For the child to decide from here which one will go next, that's quite a job. And how careful he has to be. And then the child can continue putting back the rest. I'll use the mic. No, we'll ask the child. Let's fold the mat also. Rolling the mat. There are some mats that's kept rolled in the environment. Folding the mat. There are some mats that's stacked up. But all floor activity, there is the use of this mat. The director sees that the child, I should use the mic. Okay, then just put that. Thank you. In the big tower, what is the language that we can give the child? The tiniest one is known as small. The biggest one is big. Big, small. Big, small. Later on, we give them the comparative and superlatives like big, bigger, biggest. The last three would be big and the last one will be the biggest. Big, bigger, biggest. And the last three at the top will be small, smaller, smallest. And that is done in all. 3-period lesson, the language is given, the contrast you show, the tiniest one and the biggest one. Later on, gradation can be done and we will show you in the different presentation. After that, there is yet another exercise presentation for the visual sense and it deals with the dimension, the length. It is known as the number rods or the red rods. It's a floor presentation. Why? Because it's easy to do it on the floor. As simple as that. Remember that. So I'll select another child. Hello, how are you? Auntie is going to work with something very interesting today. Would you like to work with me? Okay, then come along. Come along. This is the long rods. It's the red rods. Huh? We call it the long rods or the red rods. And today we are going to work with this. But before that, we need to spread the mat. Could you roll the mat for Auntie? Yeah. Thank you. Just giving you a little guideline. Notice to bring the number rods or the long rods, how many times the child goes and comes back. And while working with it and finally winding it up. And how it helps the sensitive period for movement. And then he's a relaxed, happy child. This is the